HBG's Global War 1939, turn 18. As you can see, Russia is doing pretty good this turn, although it is very likely peak Russia for a few turns. They even got their $5 bonus here, and they even took back the Caucasus and destroyed a military base. They also had a battle in here where they killed 4 infantry and 4 bombers. Actually, here it is. Here's the battle right here. They bought it. The Japanese brought in all their bombers with 4 guys, and this lived. I think they got a bunch of hits, but it didn't matter. Not enough. The Japanese lost a lot more money than I did. Let's just leave it at that. Now, the war in South America is going a lot slower than it should for the U.S. They lost their Navy here from 2 fighters, from 2 Zeros actually, from Japan. And they lost 6 transports and 2 sub chasers. So that was really bad. It probably actually swung the game towards the Axis officially, because 12 more guys down there this turn would be a lot. And I had it set up so I could pick up 12 this turn, and now I can't. So that means South America gets another turn of life. And the Italians are pretty dug in. They've got 1, 2, 3 military bases in there. Now, of course, Japan is also coming in every turn to Mexico, Colombia, and Panama. Generally Panama. And the U.S. can't allow Japanese ships to start coming out here. So this is going to take a lot longer than I thought. Now, the Canadians are just pumping stuff into North America. Now, once again, U.S. is going to have to decide, where are they going to put 8 troops? Do they put them in South America? Do they put them in Africa? U.S. is now building a little tiny navy just to take hits. So once Japanese bombers start coming over to do naval stomps on the U.S., U.S. has something to take hits. They do not want to lose their transports again. That could actually probably be the game at this point, because the game is definitely starting to go Axis favor. There is the 3 Italian transports in Africa going all the way around, probably. Italy knows that one day the U.S. is coming into Africa, so they're now building mechs to get ready for it. And it's only 3 a turn, but it's going to be enough probably now to make Africa an issue. I'm still not sure what the U.S. is going to do. As far as Europe is concerned, the UK is still landing troops in there every turn. However, Germany did shoot down 2 bombers, a B-29 and a heavy bomber too. So that wasn't good. So Germany now has all their money. Germany is now getting ready to pour into Russia. I don't know if you can see it, but Germany's now ready to go into Russia. Although Russia is still doing pretty good, I don't think they can kick back the Germans. I think, it looks like Russia's definitely peaked. Now, Japan doesn't have a lot of guys this turn on this side. But Russia's going to be dealing with Germans and Japan next turn. The slow march of 12, I guess, 8 mechs and 4 artillery will start arriving next turn. Well, actually, in 2 turns. So 12 units plus 3 military bases, 15 plus a transport plane, 16 units a turn, and 8 bombers going against Russia. I don't have to say what's going to happen there, but it's going to take 2 turns to really start kicking in. So U.S. Lend-Lease really matters. Now the U.S. is finally kind of, more or less starting to gain over here. And they're kicking off Japan immediately to the point that Japan's probably just going to be landing units in here every turn, which isn't going to do a lot, but it is still making the Canadians spend all their money. Canadians have a couple of tanks, a couple of guys, a Churchill from the UK. So now this war is just keeping the U.S. busy so they don't land in South America. Keeping the U.S. busy so they don't land in Africa. It's going to keep going on forever. And Japan has nothing else to do with these units. So they're just going to keep hauling them over. Hauling about 10 guys a turn at the U.S. and keeping the Canadians busy. Keeping the U.S. from doing what it wants. And we will see you next turn in turn 19. Not sure much interesting is going to happen, but the game is probably 60-40 now. 60% in the... Yeah, about 60% in the Axis favor. If it keeps going like this a couple of more turns, there won't be... If something doesn't start to happen because of the economy of the Axis, then I won't need to play this out much longer. But that's still 2 to 4 turns away before I can make that call. And I'll see you next turn in turn 19.